asking. And I'm going to start by sharing my screen with you. And we are going to be looking at more examples of defense problems. So various defense situations that require some careful thought. So let's have a look at this one to start with, where South has opened 1 no trump. That's a weak no trump, 12 to 14. North jumped to 3 no trump, and that was the final contract. And your partner leads the King of Hearts. And the King of Hearts looks like a top of a sequence. So your partner should presumably have King, Queen, Jack, or something like that. And you need to think about how to defend. And in particular, this particular hand has got some problems on discarding. So a heart is played from dummy. And normally, if you're familiar with this system, when you lead the king against no trump, it asks for a count signal or to unblock. So here, East has got 3 hearts, so plays low to indicate an odd number. Your partner carries on with the ace of hearts, and partner carries on with the heart, which declarer wins with the ace. And now declarer starts playing clubs, and he's going to play a number of clubs, and you're going to have to find a number of discards. So when the 3rd club is played, this is a good time to think about what you're going to discard. Well, I want to keep my king of spades guarded, but I can afford to discard 2 spades and still make a trick with the king. And I also want to keep the 7 of hearts, because if I do get in at some point, I want to lead back to my partner's long heart suit, presumably. So I'm going to try to keep my king of spades guarded, keep my heart, and keep my diamonds guarded too, if possible. So I start by discarding a spade. Another club comes, and I discard another spade. And another club comes, and I'm going to discard a diamond here. I've still, this is a sort of easy hand in the sense that it's possible to keep everything guarded and keep a heart. So at this point, if a diamond is played, you play a 10 and declarer wins with the ace. And let's just bring up the 4 hands at this point. And you can see that declarers now won 7 tricks and can actually make their contract because they've got the king of diamonds and the ace of spades. And that's what they probably should do. But if they are greedy and try a spade finesse, then you can get in with your king. And now you can lead a heart over to your partner's heart suit. And as long as they've kept their hearts, they'll be able to defeat 3 no trump. So that one, if you like, was a relatively straightforward one involving trying to keep your honors protected and to keep a heart in so you can return a heart to your partner. Do try me if you have any questions on that.
It also gives you a lesson on run for home when you can.
Yes, exactly. So it was really very foolish of declarer to try to establish a spades when they're in danger of being defeated. So yes, I agree with that. Let's have a look at another one. And this time South opens a spade, North bids 2 diamonds, South rebids 3 spades, and North bids 4 spades. And this time your partner leads the queen of clubs. You see dummy come down with that nice diamond suit there. They play a low club from dummy, and I've got the first poll of the afternoon. It's a simple question. Which club are you going to play? And I'm giving you a choice of the ace, the 8, or the 2. So don't answer verbally. And here comes the first poll. And the question is, what are you going to play on that first club? Okay, let's have a look at the results, which are quite surprising to me. And it's a fairly even split, with the most popular response being the 8 and then the ace. So 36% went for the ace on that one. And In fact, the correct response is the ace. When your partner leads the queen here, they have a sequence headed by the queen. So declarer has the king. And you can also see from looking at dummy that you are only ever going to make one club trick here. You can, because declarer's got the king, you can't make more than one trick there. There was a doubleton in dummy, if I go back one card. So you're only ever going to make one trick here. And what's important is to look at that long diamond suit in dummy. That is almost certainly a source of tricks for declare, a source of 6 tricks, presumably. So what you must do here is, well done those of you who said play the ace. You take the ace because apart from clubs, where you're not going to win any more tricks, presumably, the only other place you can make tricks is in hearts. And it's much better for you to lead a heart than it is for your partner to lead a heart. Your partner can't win the trick, won't win the queen anyway if you play low. So you must overtake so that you can lead a heart. And what you're hoping for is that South has got some heart honor that will be trapped by honors that your partner has. So the right card to lead is the Jack of Hearts. And if that wins the trick, you play another heart. If the king comes down, your partner takes the ace. And now you've won the first 3 tricks. If I bring up the 4 hands at this point, I think we can see we're not going to win any more tricks here, because whatever gets played here, declarer can ruff a heart. Declarer will now draw trumps and has got all the diamonds to take. So played that way, declarer will make 10 tricks. If we go back to the beginning, and when your partner leads a queen of clubs, if we make the mistake of not playing the ace, if I click on the GIB button, the computer is saying that if I take the ace, I can hold declarer to just making the contract, making 10 tricks. But they can actually make 3 over tricks if I don't play the ace, because if I don't play the ace, declarer will win the king. And I hope you can see that apart from the king of clubs, declarer is going to make 6 spades and 6 diamonds, and they can make 13 tricks. So very important to think about what that lead of the queen of clubs shows. Think about how many clubs you and your partner will be able to make, and realize that you must overtake there in order to switch to the only other suit you're going to make tricks in, which is hearts. Your partner may make a spade trick if they had a natural trump trick, but apart from that, you need to overtake and play a heart. Any comments or questions on that one? Let's try this one. This time South opened the spades, North bid 2 diamonds. You overcalled 2 hearts, South bid 3 spades, and North raised to 4 spades. And your partner, perhaps as expected, leads a heart. And let's stop to make a plan and think about how we're going to defend this. Looks like we're going to make 1 diamond trick, and we're going to make some heart tricks. So let's have a think about this. Let's suppose they play low from dummy. You may think it doesn't matter what you play here, and it doesn't really matter. You're going to take 2 heart tricks here. Technically, the right card to play, because you can see the queen in dummy, is not to play the ace or the king, but to play the jack or the 10. And the 10 is actually the right card to play. Third hand, you play as high as necessary. So your partner's led the 6, you beat it with the 10, and you now play another heart. The 3 is played, your partner plays the 9 here, and that loses to the, and that draws the queen. So you've won 2 hearts now, and I've got the second poll of the afternoon, which is, which suit are you going to play now? Your partner led the 6 of hearts, you won the first trick, played back the ace, and he played the 9. And the question, the third poll, is which suit do you think he should play now? A spade, a heart, a diamond, or a club? And most people, 71% went for a club, with the rest going for a heart. And let's switch back to this one here, and let's think about it. Well, first of all, your partner led the 6 of hearts and followed up with the 9. So that probably indicates they did not have a doubleton. If they had a doubleton, they would have led the 9 followed by the 6. So if you think about it, 8 hearts have gone. You've got 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 1 heart remaining, and your partner will have that. So there's no real point continuing with hearts. It gives declarer an opportunity to rough in one hand while they discard from the other. And the only other suit where you're going to make tricks is you'll make a trick with the king of diamonds, as long as you don't lead that suit. And the only other place you can make a trick is in clubs. So don't carry on with hearts, but switch to a club. So I'm going to lead the middle card, middle up, down, in order to indicate that I have no interest in that suit. Declarer plays the ace, unfortunately, but your partner plays the 8. So that looks like it was encouraging. So now declarer starts drawing trumps. They play the ace and the king, and maybe that's all the trumps gone. They now lead a diamond. And when I get in with my king of diamonds, I'm going to switch back to a club. Yes, so even though declarer had the ace there, I'm able now to play a club again, and my partner's got the king, and we can actually make 4 tricks there. After that, whatever we play, declarer is going to win that, and has got all good diamonds and good trumps. So, but played that way, we can make 4 tricks and pull declarer to down 1. So I hope you can see that, you know, you can only ever make 2 heart tricks here, 1 diamond, and the only other place, unless your partner has a high trump, is a club. So you need to switch to a club there, especially with that long diamond suit. You can see that declarer, given the chance, will set up that diamond suit, and again will make lots of diamonds. So you switch to a weak suit in dummy. Very often it's right for East in this situation to lead a suit that dummy has got weakness in dummy there. And even here, even though declarer's got the ace, eventually you will be able to make 1 trick with your partner's king of clubs. Let's try this other one. And this is based on a hand that was actually played recently, where the defense went wrong here. And here it's gone 1 heart. You overcalled 2 diamonds. It went 2 spades, and 2 no trump, then 3 no trump. And West, you're on lead, and you lead a diamond here. You lead the 4th highest diamond. The 9 is played from dummy. Your partner plays the jack, and declarer wins that first trick with the king of diamonds. And this is a very good time for you to take stock and to think about the missing diamonds and how many diamonds are still outstanding and who has the queen of diamonds. So I'm going to launch the next poll here, and there are 2 parts to this question. At this point, how many diamonds are still outstanding in the south and east hands? And who do you think has the queen of diamonds? So have a little think about that. And in a moment, here comes the 3rd poll. Okay, let's have a look at the answers. And for the first part, the majority, 79% have said 3. And for the second part, most of you said east, some said south, and 2 people said they can't tell. So that's very interesting. Let's switch back and have a look at it. Sorry, it's this one. Well, the first one is a simple matter of arithmetic. And because you're interested in the diamond suit, I'm not suggesting that you count every suit, but do try and count the ones that you're interested in. So if you think about it, after everyone's followed to the first round of diamonds, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 3 diamonds outstanding, divided between east and south. So yes, the correct answer is 3. And the question is, who has the queen of diamonds? And there are 2 possibilities here. One is that your partner had the jack and the queen, and he correctly played the jack. Third hand plays as high as necessary. The other possibility is that declarer started with the king and the queen, and they decided to play the king rather than the queen. And both possibilities exist. In other words, the correct answer is you cannot tell. You cannot tell who has the queen. Either your partner has it and they started with the queen and the jack, or declarer started with it and they've got the king and the queen. You do not know who's got it at this point. Okay, so well done those small number of people who got that right. If you have any questions about that, do let me know, do interrupt. But yes, at this stage, you don't know who's got the queen. Anyway, let's see what happens. Declarer now starts playing spades, and they win the ace of spades. They play another spade. Everyone follows to that. They play a third round of spades. They discard a diamond from their hand, and you decide to discard a heart. Doesn't look like your hearts are worth anything. They play another spade. Declarer discards a second diamond from their hand, and you play another heart. They now play another spade. Your partner discards a club, and declarer discards a club. And I've got another question for you, which is how many diamonds are outstanding now? Were you watching what happened with the diamonds as the spades were played? How many diamonds are still outstanding now in the east and the south hands together? And most of you have correctly said 1. Yes, if you were counting the diamonds, you will have seen that south discarded 2 diamonds. So there's only 1 diamond left, and you know what it is. It's the queen. Someone has the queen of diamonds, but it doesn't matter who it is. It means that your diamonds will now run. So all you have to do here is discard your clubs. If they play another heart, discard another club. You must keep your diamonds, because when they here they play another heart, so you have to start discarding your diamond winners now. But when they finally play a club, you get in with your ace, of course, and you play your ace of diamonds. Your partner plays the queen here. Yes, it turned out they had that, but you're able now to run the remaining diamonds and hold declarer to 8 tricks on that one. So when this hand was played, declarer made 3 no trump because West ended up discarding diamonds, which was a mistake, of course. Anyone have any comments or questions on that one? So do try to get into the habit of trying to keep track of any suits that you might be interested in as a defender. Try and work out where the missing high cards are, whether your partner might have them or whether declarer has them, and that may often steer you to find the right discard. Finally, let's have a look at this one. This is one where South opens 2 no trump and North raises to 3 no trump. So you're on lead, and you have, I hope, an easy lead of the king of diamonds. And down comes dummy. I always like to think about whether that was a good bid by dummy. The dummy's got 6 points. I suppose that's the right bid to make there. And your partner plays the 7, declarer plays a 6, you play the queen, and declarer wins the second diamond with the ace. So it's well worth thinking about the diamonds now if you haven't done so. All the high diamonds have gone, the king, queen, and ace have gone, so your diamonds are now established. And if you ever get the lead, you'll be able to run the remaining diamonds. So let's have a look at how it goes. Declaro starts off playing clubs. They take their ace of clubs. They take the king of clubs. They play a third club. Your partner plays the 4 of hearts, while Declaro plays the 5 of clubs. And I've got the final poll of the afternoon, which is, what are you going to discard? In fact, Declaro's, after cashing the queen of clubs, is going to cash 2 more clubs. So you're going to have to find 3 discards. But the question to start off with, what are you going to discard on the queen of clubs? Is there a clue anywhere? Okay, let's have a look at the results. And the majority here, 57%, have gone for a spade, with a smaller number going for a heart or a diamond. And this is not easy, because you'd like to keep your queens protected. So if you gain the lead, you'll be able to cash some diamonds. But you certainly can't protect them both and keep your diamonds. So you either are going to throw away your diamonds in the hope of getting in, but try to keep your queens protected. The only clue you've had here really is that East has discarded the 4 of hearts. And if you trust your partner's discards, they've discarded the 4 of hearts, and you can tell that's their lowest heart. The 3, 2 are in dummy. So that to me should indicate that they do not have the ace of hearts or the king of hearts. With either of those cards, they might have discarded a low spade, perhaps, or a high heart to indicate encouragement. So that sort of means that it's very likely that South has got the ace of hearts, and it's very likely that South has got the king of hearts. And in that case, it's probably better for you to keep your hearts. In other words, if they've got the ace king, if you discard your hearts, you're probably helping Declaro make hearts. So it's probably best to discard your spades here. And although it's difficult because you're unguarding the queen, and again, if they play clubs again, you're going to have to play another spade and yet another club, and you may well decide to discard a spade here as well. And if we just bring up the 4 hands at this point, we can see that indeed Declaro does have the ace king. They've got the ace king jack 10 of hearts, and if you discarded a heart, then they could make all those heart tricks. As it is, they might try a heart finesse. If they lead a heart now, you'll win the queen and be able to cash a diamonds. And if they play a spade, you hope that your partner has an entry. Here they've got the ace of spades, and now your partner can switch back to a diamond, and you will take your remaining diamond tricks. And after that, Declaro will make the last 2 tricks, but you will defeat Declaro by 1 trick if you've made the right discard there. It's not easy, this one, and there are hands where it may not work out to discard spades, but probably the fact that your partner discarded a low heart means they don't have any honor in that suit. So you should probably keep your queen of hearts guarded to have the best chance of getting in again. Anyone have any comments or questions on that?
Yes.
Hello, Jerry.
Hello. 2 questions. The 4 is a dislike.
Yes.
So I don't like my hearts. I haven't got much in my hearts.
Yeah. You've got nothing to encourage.
Okay. Discouraging. But if you play Dodds, the 4 would say, I have got something in that suit.
Okay. So if you play Dodds, how would you indicate that you don't like hearts? I mean, you'd like to say you like spades, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So you could perhaps discard the 2 of spades.
No, that would be the same thing, I think. The
an even number would be encouraging. So
A seven of diamonds, which is if it hasn't already gone.
yeah, you don't want to discard your. I mean, well, you want
It's gone.
a diamond so that you can get back to your partner. So, but if you want to encourage spades playing dodds, then yeah, I think you could discard the two of spades.